You want to tell me that the government wants to make money off evil? You're talking about taxes? You want to tax the people who are practicing Obeah, so you put money in the government's coffer? This is utter foolishness.
Chairman of the Spanish Town Ministers Fraternal, Pastor Dalbert Simmons, who describes Obeah as witchcraft, says the beliefs and false hope it gives inspired him and his congregants to stand against it.
There are persons in this country, right, that believe that this practice, if you become a part of it, and if you, use the methods that they have, right, in terms of blood sacrifice, doing the many different things that they practice, right, it can raise the dead. I have been told that, you understand, if you get the right covering, or if you go to the right Obeah man, you understand, you can commit crime and get off of it. Those believe we have to stand against them.
He is asking the newly appointed cabinet not to fold to the pressure he believes they are under.
I'm pleading to the Prime Minister, don't allow for pressure for you to overturn this law.
Bishop Reverend Dr. Alvin Bailey, president of the Jamaica Evangelical Alliance, says he believes that Obeah has long been practiced in Jamaica, but has not been given the level of prominence currently being sought. Now that a decision is about to be made by the court, he says the Caribbean Church has chosen to take a stand.
The church needs to continue and to increase speaking out against Obeah. We have received emails and we have received WhatsApp from our Christian counterpart in Haiti, who is asking us to do everything within our powers to ensure that Obeah is not legalized in Jamaica.
Christian Church awaits the decision to be made by the court. But for now, their resolve persists.
Obeah? Evil? You want to tell me that the government, it is not of God?
What a wicked and terrible man that. This pastor in Jamaica who is coming out against the legalization of Obeah.
She really would have to just show that she really has been caring for the children, and that maybe it was a point of frustration. I know she and Jake, from what I understand, have been having a lot of issues. Maybe and a commitment that he would move out, that would alleviate the stress on her, things like that. Better argument to say that it really wasn't meant in the way that it was expressed. Maybe it was just a moment that she broke down. But as it is, that's the argument that she just said it online and not to the child is not going to work.
Give thanks for your company. I hope we can keep your company too. We'll be here until 5:45. Why so much things are in our way and around way. It's unbelievable, man. Years ago, Freddie Klin, psychiatrist Freddie Klin, did say about 40% of the Jamaica population have a mental problem. 40% have a mental problem. Well, we see certain things happening. I know that it come like it confirm what I say. There's so much problem amongst the youth them right now that is unbelievable. What is it that is happening in these youth that is causing the ups and downs and the go-rounds of these youth? What is in their mind? What is affecting them? What is infecting them? Is it them family? Is it them friends at school? Or is it the bigger picture of the society at large? We lose young people in Jamaica. Not by guns, even though the gun is apartheid. Because most of the youth them will get shot. A youth, and most of the youth them will shoot the bad man them, a youth. Very young youth too. I see some hot girl turn police. I see some girl on the street, the man. Me have to yell them and I say, oh, trust me, you may want to lock me up. Well hot. You know, them blue and, oh gosh, man. And them gun at them side. Anyway, we have a problem. Just like how we have a road want to fix problem, a water want to fix problem, and many other things where we say we need to solve the problem. We have a infestation of mental illness problem. No, I'm not a psychiatrist, but we're going to try to get a psychiatrist to explain to me what the hell is happening in Jamaica, why so much youth is infected with psychological problems. Serious thing. We have to really take a stock. We have to take a stock. Okay, so go on like it's a small thing. It's not a small thing. Not a small thing at all. We have to take it quite serious. What them call it? JM? OJ, sorry. OJ. Dr. Marcia Griffiths OJ can come forward to this. Now we kid not only in Jamaica, but all over the world. So we are going to America. Believe you me. We're up on the brink. We're up on the brink, man. Okay. We are come up to the news. So, okay. All right. You know. Incantation. Incantation. A word where a whole heap of people don't even know what it means, but incantation is where we say people do to bring about a certain spiritual or spirit to life in the minds of people so that it can have an effect on them physical being. And some you interpret incantation. I don't know if that's what the dictionary interpret it, but as some you interpret it. People use or people bring about incantations to have a spiritual awakening and use it now for affect the physical. So what we say, for instance, where we don't hear nobody mention, when you see the advertisement them on your television, where the Indian them, I talk about the East Indian them where they are Jamaica, advertise certain things that them can do to get rid of illness and sickness and get you in our next level of consciousness. All you have to do is come to them and them invoke certain ambience and certain words and then heal you. And that we call incantation. We see it on the TV regular. Most of the time is with Indian. I not talk about Indian and cowboy. I mean, I talk about the East Indian, they will come from India, we live in Jamaica. We bring down some people, bring them down from India to take part in these incantations for black people in Jamaica. All right, we're going to take the news and sports and we're going to come back to it. Incantations with the Indian people. Okay. So you
Reports from the Mapen police are that at about 11 a.m., Lloyd and a woman were involved in an altercation during which Lloyd allegedly used a machete to slap the woman several times. He also allegedly damaged the woman's Samsung television, valued at $40,000. The incident was reported to the police, and Lloyd was later arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. Over 140 groups conducted cleanups across the island, joining the world in observing International Coastal Cleanup ICC Day on Saturday. Organized locally by the Jamaica Environment Trust, the yearly event aims to remove harmful debris from beaches, rivers, and coastal areas while raising awareness about marine pollution. Volunteers not only removed waste, they also documented the types and quantities of trash collected. The data collected will help inform local and global strategies to address marine pollution. CEO of JET, Dr. Teresa Rodriguez Moody, noted that JET also hosted its own cleanup at the Palisados go-kart track, where over 450 volunteers collected approximately 5,164 pounds of garbage, mostly plastics. While JET's program director, Justin Saunders, expressed that they are now in the process of collating data from site coordinators regarding the estimated total volume collected island-wide. Groups have until October 3 to submit their data to JET. The results will form the basis of a national report, which will be published in early 2026. In news overseas, Amazon has agreed to pay $2.5 billion to resolve claims brought by the U.S. government that it tricked millions of people into enrolling as Prime members and made it difficult to cancel. According to the proposed settlement announced by Federal Trade Commission FTC, a total of $1.5 billion will go to refunds for customers that were duped into signing up for the service. The deal came just a few days after trial began before a jury in Seattle. It marks a major victory for the FTC, yielding the largest ever civil penalty secured by the agency. Amazon, which did not admit or deny the allegations, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Finally, former French President Nicolas Sarkozy has been sentenced to 5 years in jail after being found guilty of criminal conspiracy in a case related to millions of euros of illicit funds from the late Libyan leader Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. According to BBC, the Paris Criminal Court acquitted him of all other charges, including passive corruption and illegal campaign financing. The ruling means he will spend time in jail even if he launches an appeal, which Sarkozy says he intends to do.
Incantations. And there's a whole heap of ways that people use this idea of incantation. Whole heap of different ways. You can see incantations in the Bible. You can see incantations in the sermons that certain preacher preach on the pulpit. Especially when you go to him and him have a private visit. What him do, which psalms him read, and him invoke a certain words. People go to the hospital. Some of these Christian people go to hospital, and when you're sick in your bed, them go over you and pray that you're going to get healed, and them want you to repeat certain words to help you along the way of healing. And them read certain psalms to help you get over that illness. So, that is what we call incantations. In Jamaica, we have been grappling with this argument for years now about this thing named Obeah. Obeah. We grew up seeing say Obeah is not a good thing. Anywhere you go to Jamaica, even the artists them sing against Obeah. The normal Jamaican sing, talk against Obeah. The word Obeah is recognized as a devil thing in Jamaica. A devil thing. In Haiti, them call it voodoo. In Cuba, them call it Santeria. If you go in Nigeria, the Yoruba people, them practice this idea as a religious practice. Religious practice. Voodoo is a religion, like Santeria, like Obeah, is a religion. Now, some people draw from them religion things that is not conducive to goodness. Some people take the bad part of the religion and claim say them can direct that bad part to other people and make things happen to them. You have some people them call the healer man. Some people say the bush doctor. Why people say a wizard or witch. We're on this subject here about incantations, Obeah, voodoo, Santeria, and all the in-betweens. Now, people can say anything. Recently, again, the idea of legalizing Obeah come up. And one of my brethren want to carry it to the court to say, why you say Obeah is illegal? Why this present people them, we're in a government now, still hold on and say Obeah illegal and we're going to make it steal away there. We know why Obeah illegal in Jamaica. It's not because of the slave them or the farmer slave them why it's illegal. It's the slave master them that say it's illegal. And every day we hear people bawl out about nanny. Or nanny catch bullet this and nanny was a whatsoever woman she was, tacky, all of these people, it claimed to be what them call them medicine man, bush doctor, or Obeah man. And we exalt them because for everything you can use it for bad and you can use it for good. Everything. Like water. Water drown you and water quench your thirst. We understand that. Man use knife for cut bread, cut cheese, cut butter. And if a man joke him stab the man with the same knife. We recognize that. This pastor in Jamaica who is coming out against the legalization of Obeah is the same pastor them did I say appear mad people smoke ganja. And now we see songs by these same mad people is being sung in churches where these mad people write. The pastor them take it and I sing it in a church. There was a time when the only kind of songs you hear in a church is when it was handed down story from the same slave master where did that kill our ancestors them. Them write the things them. Like one of the slave masters they will know who get so-called converted. Him did a sail him ship them and bring home slaves. And him say, him go write a song. Him say, God save a wretch like him. These people look on them TV every night and see some people who obviously is not Jamaican. I sell certain things to the Jamaican people. And them don't say nothing about it. A long time we have mentioned it, you know, from we down at Irie. We have said, you know, how come these people is doing these so-called incantations or kind of want to grab your attention to come to them place, to make them heal you, to make them give you, if you want money, you can get abundance of money. If you want this, if you want family structure, all right, you come to them. And none of them are no psychologists, none of them are no psychiatrists. But you can pay for that and put it on one of the television network them. And nobody no say nothing. Nobody no say nothing. Why is Obeah illegal in Jamaica? It is illegal in Jamaica because like anything else, like the past in them, you have some scrupulous and very unscrupulous people who live in a certain rural area. We want to get some money off of the people them and say them can't do this and do that, do that. And if you want, if your enemy, you want to get rid of your enemy, you can't do this and do that and do that. And you collect some money off of them. And am I right? And over the years, because our ancestors used Obeah against the slave master. What me say? Our ancestors used Obeah against the slave master. Because every certain word where I use when them say bad word, who you think make them word bad? Who you think make the word bad? A whole heap of things where we do normally in a way genetic build up, ancestral legacy in a way where we do normally. It not look good to the person who have that mentality mind, just like when we are taught the Jamaican language. Them say it's bad language that. And when I tell nobody say enough know English properly, because that is the way we're there. But when a one can come tell you, say, because you say, go ahead, he might tell you, say, what kind of language that? Him well know what kind of language that. I embarrass him, I try to embarrass you. Miss Louise Bennett come show them, say, I don't know bad language, because the English derived from other languages. The language is not a pure English. You have German, French, you have all sorts of language mixed up and combined in the English language to make the English language what it is. The normal person in England don't speak proper English. And nobody no say it bad. And he must say it. I am going to get locked up for say it. Why is it these person don't study history and stop look on them present day reality, them present day way, to say, because a man say him a Obeah man and him a Obeah somebody, he might tell you say Obeah is a bad thing. And I even heard a pastor saying him don't want Jamaica to be like Haiti. What a wicked and terrible man that. In other words, what am I saying? You know, the reason why the hurricane come kill people And the reason why the situation in Haiti looks so, is because them practice voodoo. Hey, me never know which part say that. Me never remember now listen to him name, you know. Mother go to church every night. I make problem in him church. And people accept what I say. Say the reason why Haiti, when them have flood, it wipe out whole heap of people. So we have to say now, when people get murdered in Jamaica, it's because them not deal with the Christian God. Because right now, you can't say Jamaica is a Christian country again, you know. You have so much religion on here, so now, that you can't just, well, it says a monotheistic ideas now. Say, well, one thing. We have to check what happened to it. And even the musician them allow it to get a certain way because them grew up in our society and them don't have no idea of what them saying. See all man I wear all ring and all. Some people are looking at all my ring where my stepdaughter make for me and I say, wait, Jaban, you wait near me. Ring, you know, that means right away, though. He might put me in a little bracket now. He might put me in a bracket. I'm going to tell me something about one. And daughter look for me and tell me that too. Yes. She said, boy, your ring, you know, a certain protection. Ring can't protect me at all. Moses threw down him rod. And it become a snake. That is what the Bible says. And Pharaoh go for some rod and throw it down and it turn a snake too. What is the powers, the magical power that cause that? People are going to say, God do it. God have nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. A story man I put on for sure, you say, the Moses one I go win. So you must have faith in the Moses than in the Pharaoh. Yeah, that them I show you. Just like how them turn the woman a pillar of salt. They must show you that too. For strengthening belief in a certain idea. Look here, man. A time when you stop this damn foolishness. But they must continue to make Obeah illegal. Why? Them should have rum illegal. The thing where them say, the people they must drink responsibly. Remember one time them used to advertise cigarette on radio and them stop because they realize a cigarette is harmful to your health. Well, the man who make the cigarette put it on the box and say, smoking, the Surgeon General warns cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. Them take it off. But now, them have it on the front of the box say, smoking kills. So you just smoke at your own risk. I don't know nobody where Obeah kill. I know people where say, man mix up things and give them and make them foot swell. I can't make anybody foot swell up if me want. Me. Yes, sir. You know, so we have to take a break again. I call upon the relevant authorities to examine what them doing or what them intend to do or continue to do as it relates to this thing where them call Obeah in Jamaica. Because I see things that damage Jamaica much more than Obeah. Yeah. People say them go pray. And them a pray to God for do certain things and say certain things and give them certain things. And it don't happen. Some people pray and certain things happen. Some people pray and the same thing don't happen. So that trial and error thing. When you go to church and pastor say, I pray over you, forget better. And you come out of the church and say, boy, you want to see me have cancer and get better, pass and do it, you know. Right away, him become your number one man, you know. So anything we want from you, you have to give him it. It's a weird thing. White people come make Obeah illegal and kill people because them here say you practice Obeah. Because them scared, afraid. Them wake up and see all blood in front of their house and go back to Europe immediately. In Haiti, them continue the idea of voodoo. When we go at the voodoo ceremony in Haiti, it's like you go to one church, but it's only that now them have certain rituals where them perform. I don't say I agree with the rituals, but in a church, I don't agree with the whole heap of the ritual them in a church either. Where everybody about the blood of Jesus, and all them something there. The blood of Jesus so much blood Jesus have. We must wake up, man. Black people get caught. Everybody do them thing. You go to India and you see certain thing. You have man, I will tell you how much religion them have in India. And each of them do them thing according to them religious belief and practice. The Buddhists them do them thing according to them religious belief and practice. We did come here. We never come here as no Christian. It's force it power way. Them force it power way. And everything where we remember through our genetic memory is bad. Everything. The way we talk bad, the way we eat bad, the way we dance bad. I mean, everything bad. And now we are trying to mimic white people. We mimic them in how them eat. We mimic them in how them dress. We just mimic them behavior and them ways. And it's not helping we. Because we never come from that ways. We are trying to fit in. And it corrupt way. Look what the television had done to we, the TikTok and the this and the that. Look what it had done to we. We fall in a trap. Before the guys them start to recognize where they must preach in them church, them a talk about, because a man has say them should legalize Obeah in Jamaica. Church a come out and I say, no way, Jose. None of that in Jamaica. We don't want Jamaica turn like 80. What a rotted. So you are tell me, say, the people them a do them thing in 80. And earthquake come and shake them, and you are tell me, say, because them a practice voodoo. And that you are tell me, say, the law, nature don't respond to good or bad unless man put something in that way, physically, like how them make the place a flood now, because them a build up all these walls that don't support the free water movement. And nature respond to that and flood out place. You are tell me, say, because the people them are practice voodoo, nature now recognize voodoo and decide, say, them are going to kill the whole of the people them. What kind of mad thinking that? A mad thinking. People flood out because them put them house at the wrong place or do something to the way or the house set to make the thing no work. In Haiti, the French and the American them devastate Haiti, devastated over the years. Them have to play reparation to France. The infrastructure of them is poor. And you are telling me, say no, because the people them in a situation, a position, and God see them in it now, you tell me now, say, look what God do to Haiti. To make flood come and earthquake come, lick them. So everywhere where earthquake come and lick them. So what we are going in Ukraine now? Who make out so much people are dead? In Russia and Ukraine. When the earthquake leak in Turkey, what them did I do? What them was doing? when storm come last year, hurricane come last year, and terrible, the poor farmer them crop get leaked down. Where them do is Obeah them a practice, is voodoo them a practice why the hurricane come and wipe with the whole of the banana crop. That are just this year now, we have to get back power foot now with banana and plant and them something there. And if you stop them foolishness, man, and make the thing run like what it run. Them it go to last week, dead. So that no work, where them I do no work. Anyway, we are coming out for that now. For long, that the police, Jamaica Defense Force, and all those who go up on the road to monitor what's happening, why is it taking so long for them to have an outright full body camera on them? Everybody, every police should have that on. Every police. From him up on the road, him supposed to have a body camera. We hear say them did go do it, how long now, we hear this, that. We want to talk to Michael Jackson. Good afternoon. From the
Afternoon, how you doing?
Jamaica for Justice. Yeah, me all right, you know.
Good,
no,
good.
You can't just enlighten me. Why is it that the Ministry of Security and Justice, why is it that it's taking so long for them to outfit the police with body camera?
Well, I don't want to speak for the ministry, but I can tell you the excuses that we've heard since, about 2012, thereabout.
Yeah.
We had gotten some money from the U.S. government to do a pilot program. And over the years, you hear that the cameras can't fit on uniform, different excuses over the years. One of the excuses was so ridiculous, for lack of a better word, that the U.S. Embassy came out and said, no, and not so it go. And by the way, we haven't gotten any report from the national security on that pilot project. So we just move right along and we continue to procure more. So fast forward now to earlier this year when JFJ had the protest in Halfway Tree. We were told at that time, following the protest, because you remember the backlash that we got and so on, that the government or the JSF needed to build out the storage infrastructure. Because when you have body cam and you're recording hours of things, you know it needs real good footage that can manage all of that data.
Yes.
So they need to build out the infrastructure. That's what they said publicly.
Oh, like the bus them with them bring. Yeah.
Look like that, right? So when we met with the police high command, that is Dr. Kevin Blake and his support team, they clarified that the storage infrastructure is already there.
Yeah.
And the figure that we had following our request earlier months before was over 400 that were deployed in Zozo areas and in high-risk communities. And if you realize sometimes you may be driving around and you see the police, the traffic police, with the body cam. So you had some police that wear it.
Yeah.
The police commissioner clarified and said, no, 400 anymore, 750 that they have currently. And they are procuring another 1,000 and another 3,000 will be procured over the next 3 fiscal years.
3 years?
So in other words, we're supposed to get 4,000 body cam between
how much police them have in the army? So, how much police them have in Jamaica? Yeah. What's the population of the police force?
Over 12,000.
12,000? Mm-hmm. So they're going to take 3 years now to get 4,000.
And it's going to be 4,750 over 3 years. and maybe have some malfunction during that time.
Yeah.
So we know that the body cam expensive, motor listeners. It costs enough money. But, you know, a government and a country have to weigh cost. You have financial costs that you weigh. Yeah. But then you have a young 22-year-old where you see 23 years, 23 police go to the yard. Based on the footage and, you know, timestamps, so JFJ now make no statement on it, you know. I'm just saying, based on the footage, it seemed like the police flipped over the camera and then the young man died. So we're saying hold on.
The police know what?
Based on the footage that we saw from CZM,
yes.
and JFJ and what come out in the media, based on that footage, you saw the young man at the beginning of it, and by the way, it's not time-stamped. I have to keep repeating that. So we don't know that it's a series of events. But based on what we saw, the young man went to the door, put up his hand, seemed to be complying with the police, right?
Yeah.
Then you see other footage now where the police seemingly in the house, and at one point it looked like the police flipped over the camera that the people have in them house.
Okay.
And
the people have a camera in them house?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the young man house had camera in their CCTV.
Yeah.
So we're saying now we have to weigh the cost. Do we keep on counting money as the reason not to have full rollout of body cameras? Or do we look at the fact that we're talking about people being killed by the police, and yet we not say they're extrajudicial because we don't know. That's the point, we don't know.
Yes.
But the camera would at least give us a little bit of an insight.
Of course.
Into what happened.
And does that take off somebody eat off of them too?
Exactly, because the camera protect the police as well.
Yes.
Because, Mota, you know, this particular situation with the young man Jamar, I'm not sure if it's very similar to what an incident that happened last year. I'm not sure if you remember young Ramario. He was a young man from Bagwalk, St. Catherine, right?
Yeah.
And similarly, the police go to the house. And the police had one statement and the family had another. Then afterwards, no, CCTV footage released to the media from the family. Based on that CCTV footage, you saw a man kneeling down, him hand behind him head, two hands, seemingly compliant to the police. Then you hear boom, sound like a gunshot. Caught on camera.
I'm dead.
So we're saying in those incidents, before police can go out on a planned operation, he must have body camera attached to him. So what JFJ is saying, Motor?
It must be on. It must be on.
Must have it. Yeah, and must be on. So what JFJ is saying that, listen, you have 700 and plus body cameras now. You say that you're near completion of procurement for another 1,000. Allocate some of those body cameras to the planned operation.
Yes.
You must.
Yeah, from a police up an operation, you just give him a camera.
Exactly.
So what them say about that?
If we just give them a camera?
No, what the police force say about that? The minister.
About the planned operation.
Yeah, and giving them camera.
Because it's not JFJ alone, Indicom making the call, we didn't get any commitment. One of the arguments that we heard from the police is that some of the planned operations, they're a combat type operation. You know, like sometimes you watch movie and you see police are duck and gunshot, a fire, or some late night thing and you need some night vision type of technology.
Yeah.
That was the feedback. And you do have those specialized cameras, right? So we know they have purpose. Because they say one of the things that the security minister said, Dr. Chang, was that some of the operations are very combat type operations.
So
so the body cameras, they say no, may drop off of the uniform and stuff. So what our response to that is this. And not all operations stay like that. Some operations skip in the early morning, so you don't need the specialized camera where you need that kind of night vision kind of recording, yeah?
Really, Ms. Jackson,
some of them know.
Ms. Jackson, the minister actually tell you, say, you can't use a body camera in a certain operation?
The ones that they have, no. That's what he said publicly.
Well, so them want to reflect it like the boss them. Oh, that possible? Oh, you mean it can't? So where them do that for? Them don't know say Jamaica is a crime-ridden country and any time gun play have to go deal with. Them don't get the right thing, man.
That is the exact point. So we say two things to them. If they even use the current body cams that you have, Muta, even if you drop off at the police uniform during the incident, guess what it would do? It would tell you what happened before and probably tell you what happened after.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And if you say that you need specialized camera, why not procure it?
Yeah.
We don't get no commitment that they're going to be procuring them, you know. Why keep procuring the ones that can't use in the specialized operation then?
You know, I thought when them said the police force was equipped now to fight crime at its level where scientifically and this and that and I thought the body camera would have been one of the main things them procure for deal with this. I never know say something where we have to keep talking about and we say now a youth Jamar dead and we don't know what's going to happen with that. We don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, we just have to hope that there is enough evidence that, you know, will be available to Indicom that the family can get justice. Because, you see, even though sometimes they may just have enough to carry the government, go sue them, Muta, and no money the people them want. You want justice wearing. If somebody kill your child, you think them supposed to get a couple of years. It's not money people looking. So you want the criminal charges being laid if somebody is guilty of a crime. And the camera can help with the evidence. Because I'm not sure, Muta, if you know this, right? To date so far, 230 people killed.
No, me know that. By police. Well,
some of them are soldiers too, but most of them are police. Most.
Yeah, but it's like them take. You see, the 200 that were dead, it's like, within that, them should have been dead from criminal. That's why the crime rate gone down.
Certain things, yeah.
The crime rate gone down, but then is the crime rate really gone down because we don't know how much out of that is criminal activity by the police.
Well, you see, we not even want to speculate in a motor. We just need the evidence.
Yeah, but 200 Mama, look
it's
at
high.
Me. No, wait there. Reality is reality, man. We're not take up for criminal, you know.
Yeah.
We're not take up what we say. 200 how much dead
30.
since the year start. It kind of look away, Rasta. In any farm away, it look away.
But when I say what make it even look worse now, you see, of that 230, 118 died from the planned operation. So the police say them have intelligence to go visit this person at them house. When you have intelligence, you know, it means say you have all of the factors in your control.
Yes.
You're going for a surprise visit.
Yes.
So even if the criminal have him M16, that's why it name and them big gun than the type of weapon. Because they're going to surprise the person or the persons. It can't be that you're expecting so many deaths. It's supposed to mean for the surprise for the most part. Means say you knock the man off him guard and therefore you can arrest the man and bring him before the court.
Mama, I can tell you something. A policeman tell me, say, Mota, look you now. We can't bother we no go to court business, you know, because Mota carry them go to court and them get off, you know. And that policeman tell me personally, you know.
Yeah, boy.
So you can't bother go to court because too much money have to go spend for carry them go to court and, you know, I better we just do the thing right, so. And that is a play out on the street.
Mindset. Yeah. That kind of mindset has to change because we know people frustrated. We know them have put them life on the line. And we appreciate the murder rate drop. But the murder rate can drop at the expense of people's lives.
Yeah, but we have to wonder if the murder rate really dropped too because some of them people that were dead is like a gunman, a kill a gunman. But only thing that one of the gunman them have a uniform. You know? No, so we have to really figure it out. So where the government depend it now? Them tell you about in the next 3 years, they will get how much 1,000 of them 4,000.
Yes, the Prime Minister, and I quote in the Prime Minister, Dr. Holness now. Dr. Holness said this, and I quoted, "Them ask for camera, we're going to give them camera till they don't know what to do with it."
Yeah, like the boss them, yes.
So, we have to go keep the pressure up on the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Make sure them give the ministry the money.
Forget it.
To go buy the cameras then.
Wow. Yeah, you have to keep on the pressure.
Keep up the pressure.
Of course.
We can't make it happen to another Jamar. Another mother experience this. We have to keep up the pressure to prevent it from happening to another family.
I agree
because
with you.
since Jamar situation happened, it's about 6 more deaths happened since last week.
6 more dead?
Yeah. That's why I moved from 200 and something to 230 now.
You mean the one in West, or something happened in Westmoreland the other day?
I think 4 happened today.
Today?
Today alone, 4 happened.
Which part that happened?
Me not remember. I don't remember at all.
Police killed them?
Yes, yeah. 3 different incidents, 4 people dead.
I wonder if the people up at the newsroom can't tell me which part that happened, but I never hear about that.
Mm-hmm. Since morning.
That sound away, man. That sound away. Anyway.
So we have to keep up the pressure, Muta. We can't make this be a 9-day thing or just few voices that state. All of us. And,
why,
you know,
the month of week, me come like a scratch record, you know.
Sorry?
Me come like a scratch record, because I talk about it, about this body camera thing till, me know the people say, Muta, we talk about body camera so much for. But I'm glad to say the Jamaica for Justice, I do it. And you say, anytime you want to say something that it relates to that, just call IRFM, tell them, say, a stepping razor you want to talk to.
Yeah, we'll do, definitely.
Yeah, we open the line there for the Jamaica for Justice as it relates to this incident or this body camera argument, anytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give thanks.
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself, Muta. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All right.
All right. Take care.
That was Miss Michael Jackson from the Jamaica for Justice. Well, illuminate still the idea of body camera upon the police. And you hear what the lady say? Them promise them some now, and 4,000 in 3 years. And how much police you say in Jamaica? 12,000. Right. Wow. And when I say police I get camera right now, because some police now go up on certain round. Yeah, now go up on certain round. But when you hear a youth dead that way, you have to question it. You have to really question the idea that just as them say, crime gone. You tell me, say, the crime gone down because the police them make certain arrests. Them not making no arrests. Them are kill the people, them. Yeah. This morning?
Yeah, today.
All right, see there? Manninzil and Old Harbour, 4 people get clapped. Police again. Nobody camera. Nobody can tell you, say, well, yeah. But them are going to tell you that. Them are going to say a criminal, them have gun. Oh, we know that. I have to get skeptical now with it. Yeah, man, because you could have your picnic and a bullet fly past him, boom, gone. And you say him did a run from the police too. You cannot trust these things. You cannot trust it. There's a wait for the skepticism and the doubt move from the citizen. And one of the ways is to have body camera. That are happening all over the world. Body camera. Jamaica said them a build up highway, this wall, this and this and this and that. We need to have body camera upon the police them. That is really what we are dealing with. Because sometimes police now kill nobody, but them all box in your face. That should have upon camera. Certain youth, them no respect certain youth. Youth are come from party and all them way there, and body camera will stop them from take bribe. Yes. Body camera will stop them from take bribe. So in a later night, at that time, the bribery, money a pass. That's a serious thing. Because when you lock off the camera, they can say, why did you lock off the camera between that and that? Why you do that? Some fishy are going there, so. Anyway, we're going to take a break and come forward.
The National Land Agency helps landowners register land through its systematic land registration program. The time by the NLA is...
Yeah, the time is 4 o'clock. And you know, we have the People's Court. We're going to line it up over here, so now we have the person there. Tell me if them there, you know. Okay, well, this is a partner at Cardinal Law and head of the Family and Estate Department who recently won a case at the Court of Appeal against CPFSA in May 2025 involving Sunbeam Children Home. Attorney at law Sarah Elizabeth Cardinal, and she will be here momentarily. So meanwhile we wait upon her. We have a hey, you know, so we didn't want to say something before this lady come on, you know. I wonder if people know, say, in the Roman Catholic Church, they have a thing named Eucharist, where you go up to the Father and put it by your tongue. It represents the flesh of Jesus. And then they have wine where you drink that represents the blood of Jesus. Did you know? And I don't want to feel, say, Muta spread propaganda, you know. I want to go to one of them Roman Catholic priests and tell him, say, a brother say that when you take the wine and the Eucharist in your body, it literally becomes the blood and flesh of Jesus. You hear me say? Them believe that. It said the bread and the blood, the bread and the wine becomes, when you preach in your body, it literally becomes the flesh and blood of Jesus Christ. Now talking about madness and ganja smoking. Talking about madness and ganja smoking is a terrible thing. If people really sit down and make party, tell them, oh, that father, them call themselves father. If father tell them that, and they really accept that when you carry a man going to the river and dip him in the water, he become a new person. The water and the prayer where he said, these things is just some things for just turn the thing another way, for make people fight against one another. Yeah, it's just that. I said, turn the blood and flesh of Jesus. Wherever anything like that, tell them, say, you hear the Mutabaruka program. And see if them will tell you, say, listen to that boy, man. Damn foolishness way. He must be honest and tell you the truth. If we may say no go so, or if it goes so or not, that we are talking about. Yes. So we are waiting for Elizabeth Cardinal. Eh? Okay. All right. So we want to... We are talking about child protection and family services. Removed the 2 children of Jamaica TikTok influencer June. Rosalie Dixon. That is the case where I work with. All right. So we have Elizabeth Cardinal. Sarah Elizabeth Cardinal. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. We read out some things here that them give us, that you are very competent in talking about the subject. And you know the subject, right?
I do.
Okay. Why you answer like in a court?
Sorry about that.
No, you have to sorry.
Maybe I was a little distracted. Yes, I do. I know we're speaking about Rosalie, the issue that happened with Rosalie and her children.
All right, for those of us who don't know what this Rosalie thing did or what is happening, tell the people them what is happening here with this TikTok influencer. What happened?
Okay, well, that's so interesting question. I know Just a very little bit. I understand that Rosalie have made some comments online during her live about her what she could possibly do to her children and to her spouse. No, of course, I haven't seen the video exactly, but I've heard. And so acting on that and from what I've seen based on what CPFSA has said, other reports that they have received, they have removed her children from her care and taken her to an undisclosed, the children to an undisclosed location. And, she's most distraught about that. I do understand that she has made attempts to get them back. But I know that there was a hearing scheduled for the 19th. I don't know what happened. What's the outcome? Definitely something, that would be taken seriously, especially the children. Not sure why, maybe in her frustration. I know that she's been the center of a lot of, attention in recent times. So maybe the frustration made her feel like saying something like that, even if it's in jest. But, yeah, I can't say why.
All right, so somebody can't go to prison for say it, or you have to wait till them do it. Which one? Or that God? Because them say it now, them can be under arrest for what?
Well, that's, making such a comment alone is a serious one. It can, you have implications under the Child Care and Protection Act. That, even that, the fear of something happening is an offense in and of itself. And you can be imprisoned or fined depending. But I don't envision a judge committing her to prison for it, having not done the act and merely made the threat. But I do know that a judge would take that comment seriously and would, guide her into either doing parental counseling. Possibly she might have to even face a fine, you never know. But I don't think she'd be in prison for something like that.
She need counseling.
For sure. I don't disagree with you at all.
So let me ask you a question now. If me look upon a man and say, hey, me kill you, no boy, you can't get a lock up for that?
Yes, of course, because of the assault.
Lock up,
making
you're saying it's the assault?
Of course, that is assault. Battery is the act, assault is projecting that fear onto somebody. That alone is assault. Assault and battery is when you actually commit the act that you said you're intending to do. But to make a threat is assault. A lot of the time people confuse the two.
Yeah, but I really want to understand it. Because
the threat
man
is an assault.
Hey boy, me kill you, me kill you and go to jail.
Assault. That is assault. That's a threat is assault.
So you should have called police on him then?
On you? Because you would
on the person who said.
Oh, of course, yes you can.
Eh?
But that is a criminal matter. You're taking it out of my sphere. I'm the family lawyer. But yes, it is a criminal offense. The threat in and of itself is an issue.
All right. So when they go to court now with the lady now,
right,
and she come out and say, in the heat of something where it happening in my life, and something where it happening in my house and I'm there. Me just say it, but me never mean it.
Mm-hmm.
She could have get off because she do that, and she's sorry because she should have never kill her, pick me or whatsoever.
Right.
That be taken into consideration.
Yeah, of course. And as I said, a judge would still take it seriously and make certain orders or directives. Certain things to be done, counseling and so on, and check-ins. I don't doubt that. But in truth, the legality of it, yes, they are allowed to take the children if there is a genuine cause to take the children. They were supposed to have a hearing within 24 hours of taking the children. I don't know if that was done. But I do understand that there was supposed to be a hearing on the 19th of September. Who knows what the outcome is. But that being said, I do hope Rosalie has gotten the correct legal representation for this type of matter. Because, of course, if anything in law, there is a procedure. And she should have herself advised us to the procedure so that she knows what to do going forward and whether things are doing against the law, because that is something, we should be aware of.
All right, so...
or be concerned about.
How the court will decide whether to hold the person or the child in custody?
Well, they have to look at the report.
When they decide when it went, them can't say.
When they're going to decide that?
No, when them decide that them are going to hold her and the youth separate. How them decide now that them going to give her back the child? Or what is...
Well, they would hear her. They would give her the opportunity to speak on it, And, of course, they have to consider the reports, because outside of her making a statement on live, what I've seen from the CPSSA, their statement in, I don't know if it's the Gleaner, their statement to the Gleaner is that they received other reports of child abuse and neglect from what I've seen. And so, they would consider the reports and hear what she has to say and whether or not her excuse or explanation or her commitments are sufficient, of course. A judge would hear you out. You're still the parent. And unless maybe the children really don't have any signs of neglect or abuse, the court can consider, well, maybe, she just needs some counseling, and after a certain amount of sessions, you release the care. So it's a give and take. They don't want necessarily take a child from their parents, but there must be some commitment or something that the court can feel like, some assurance that she would get the help that she clearly needs.
But say in a house, parents say some really drastic things to them picnic.
Yes.
Or even the man say something to the woman say something to the man, and then in the night you see the whole of them hug up and go on nights again. So how we come to that now? Because one next door could hear the argument and go call the police.
Exactly. Right.
And when the police come, them see the two of them just come out of bed and all them there. How that work out?
Exactly. So, we are passionate people, and as I said, the court would definitely listen, or any judge would listen to, the history of the family, how the children have been performing thus far, especially, how they're performing in school and things like that, what their teachers are saying, what the other family members are saying, family, friends, people in the community. It is really hearing all of that and making a decision whether or not Rosalie at this time would be fit to have her children return to her, and if not, they can, keep the child in a place of safety. From what I'm seeing, they have a certain amount of time that they have to, either commit the child to a home or to return the child to the family, and so on and so forth. So I don't think this is something that will be over as soon as people think. They're depending on what Rosalie really says, whether or not she's going to get the child right now, it's going to be something for the judges to decide. But they're definitely going to need time to hear everybody's side and hear all the evidence before they make that decision.
All right. The Rosalie who said what she said, and she said on the internet. She never said to the child.
Right.
And she never said to the man or the person. She just said on the internet.
Right.
Can she go argue about that she never said to the child them, so why them I say as an influencer, so she do it on the internet?
I mean, she could say that, but of course, an attorney on her behalf probably wouldn't take that stance, because that is just a technicality, whether you're saying it to the child or, about the child, in the child's presence. It's all technicalities and semantics, because regardless of who it is said to, it is concerning, regardless, So I don't think that is a good enough stance for her to take. I think she should have to get more to bolster her argument for her children to be returned to her. That couldn't be the only thing that she'd say. She'd have to come better than that.
All right, what would be the better than that argument?
I think she would have to show, that the children have been doing well in her care. Her family and friends could come and say, well, they...
So that's change the argument if she say it because of the care of the child. I think she come on the TV or the YouTube and say that. So should have killed the pitney. And that should have make it a different scenario.
Not necessarily. I don't think so. I don't think that really would help, She really would have to just show that she really has been caring for the children, and that maybe it was a point of frustration. I know she and Jake, from what I understand, have been having a lot of issues. Maybe and a commitment that he would move out, that would alleviate the stress on her, things like that. Better argument to say that it really wasn't meant in the way that it was expressed. Maybe it was just a moment that she broke down. But as it is, that's the argument that she just said it online and not to the child is not going to work.
Even if she not take care of them and not do the responsibility of the mother.
Right. That's something she'd have to show that part.
Yeah, but if she show that, it's still she should say it upon the
right, I mean, that's true. The internet is forever. You can't erase it. So but if the court is confident that that was just a moment that she broke down and that she's taking steps to be better. Whether it's going to be on the internet forever, I don't think the court would take that as a stance to remove the children forever from her care. I personally don't think a judge would do that, but of course, I am a mere attorney and not a judge.
Yeah, but let me tell you something now. You see, in the ghetto, from Harrison's, you see when a man and a woman argue, all machete come into play, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, and them no carry go no police. And if them call the police have said them no business with man and woman argument. But most of the time, it don't turn out, say, one of them kill the other one. It happens, say,
right.
You know, it happen.
It does happen, right.
Yeah, but most of the time, it don't happen. I will make a confirm. Into attorney up Sarah Elizabeth Cardinal about this thing that convoy, everybody see it. At least most people see it. And because I try to figure it out. And I want to say, this thing what I tell you about, say, in a certain area, when a man and a woman are war, all machete and all them something they draw and them something. And people hold them back and them cool down and them get together again. In a situation like that, one of them can carry the other one go court, right?
Right.
All right. So how them are going to decide now who is the aggressor? How them are going to decide that?
Well, again, Muta, you're taking this out of my realm as a family lawyer. So it's actually a
they no family we work with that.
No, man. It's a criminal matter you're talking about, because what usually happens is in a case for the family matter, either one can take them to court for a protection order, which is similar to a restraining order. You know, well, not similar. It's the same thing. It's just in Jamaica, we just call it protection order rather than restraining order. So for the family aspect, that's what you'd want to do. If either one of them want to get further protection from the court, they will get a protection order. But if it is that you want to bring a criminal matter against them, of course, you go to the police. The police will lay their charge based on the allegations, and you go to your criminal court to deal with that, depending.
All right. If a child is in the house,
right, with
the man and the woman, and the two of them are war them where they know, and one of them go to the court and start accuse the other one. Let me ask you: is how the court are going to decide if the child should have stay with the father or the mother, if the two of them have an argument, to say the two of them are look after the picnic?
Right. That's a good one. No, what you're actually talking about is what is called an occupation order, which is a further step from protection, meaning that the court can tell you, say, for instance, if it's the father is the aggressor, or if it's the mother who is the aggressor, can tell that person, whoever is the aggressor, that they have to they can't come back to live at the property or stay at the property because, for the protection of both the person and the child, they should not come back to the property. Of course, the judge is going to listen to the...
Who them must come back at the property?
Whoever is the aggressor, whoever the court finds to be the aggressor.
You're not going to know who are the aggressor.
Right, and that's what I was about to say. No, the court will listen to both parties. And if it is that they really can't make an assessment, they would, if anybody have any... person who come and speak and say, the neighbor say, I was the one listening, or if I live in the community and I know, say, this woman beat her man every day or night, I can say, all right, Judge, I live in the community and I've witnessed her giving the man some lick. The judge will say, all right, well, in this argument, I believe the man, because if this is the normal for you all, and this is how it is, and the woman is usually the aggressor, then I will say, all right, the woman has to stay outside the house. You understand? So if they can't decide based on what both of them saying, they can invite outside, to chime in. They can even do assessments. They have social workers for a reason, can interview whomever, and so on, make a recommendation. There are several ways.
And the child can say them want them mother and them father to stay with them.
Depending on the age, they can. Because if the child is of a certain age, yes, they can. They definitely can. And what happens is that they don't say to the judge. They say to a social worker who is making the report on their recommendation. The social worker will speak to the child, hear what the child has to say whether or not they know that mommy is the one who is the aggressor or daddy is the aggressor. And based on that, I would prefer to live with daddy or mommy. And the court can consider that. But the child, they are not usually invited into the courtroom to speak.
Yeah, but the child, I would tell the person, say she want the mother and the father stay with them. Stay with her.
That's always, actually, Musa, you'd be surprised. And I can tell you because I do a lot of family matters. The children usually take a side. They usually
take a side.
It's very rare.
And the mother side, they take it up.
Actually, in my 6 years, I have seen many a case when they have taken the father's side. I have had many matters where the father ends up being the one who is the caregiver, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and they usually take a side. I don't think I've ever had a case where the child never took a side. Usually do. Because a lot of the time, also, there's always that one parent that pushes it a little too far.
Too far, yes,
and the children,
too far.
Yeah, and the children, they're witnessing it all,
Yeah,
true. So, they usually take a side. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. Well, all right, give thanks for your help with it.
Of course.
Understand something I never did understand before on this thing. And I really
Thank you as always for
inviting
me to speak.
Yeah, so
take care.
Yeah, give thanks. That was Sarah Elizabeth Cardinal, and she is the attorney of law. Yeah. And she deals with children matters as it relates to family. So, yeah, I appreciate that very much. So, back to normal progress, we now start no chew because we start the chew, so we're here, so we have to take a break. We have music news coming up. Yes, we have music news coming up. And we want the people them to, we are headed for Florida too, You think we are stay here, we don't know. We are headed for Florida, Rebel Salute. We want to experience Rebel Salute in a foreign country. What you mean? We give thanks to the brethren can reach so far with it, Yes. We kind of hear say, I don't know if it's true. We hear say Queen Africa look like she want up out of the thing. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but I don't know if music news have something to tell you about that, but I hear say Queen Africa apartheid says she not get treated right. I don't know how she could have done something for rebel and not get treated right. But it's funny anyway. A time for music news, 4:30, a time for music news.